starters for the University of Tampa Spartans. Number 1, Marissa Meister. Number 2, Jared Freely. Number 5, Alexandra Mishko. Number 6, Shelby Johnson. Number 8, Melissa Alliance. Number 10, Molly McElwee. Number 11, Katie McHugh. Number 14, Caitlin Ashmont. Number 15, Danielle Christian. Number 17, Jen Boyer. Number 18, Courtney Randazzo. And now for the Tampa Spartans, starters. A 5'9" sophomore from Gainesville, Florida, number 4, Sammy Mueller. A 6' freshman from Tallahassee, Florida, number 7, Tyler Dix. A 6' freshman from Austin, Florida, number 9, Sorrel Ponton. A 5'8" sophomore from Apopka, Florida, number 12, Nicole Dominguez. A 6'2" sophomore from Ocala, Florida, number 16, Taylor Foster. A 6'3" sophomore from Tampa, Florida, number 19, Courtney Butler. And starting at Romero, a 5'4" senior from Fort Myers, Florida, number 21, Casey Mills. Spartans are led by head coach Chris Kaplan, assisted by Brian Esmeralda, Jeff Lamb, and Cody Wilder. Sailfish starters. A 6' junior from St. Augustine, Florida, number 3, Molly Burkhardt. A 5'10" junior from Nashville, Tennessee, number 9, Reagan Cruz. A 6'1" redshirt freshman from Hudsonville, Michigan, number 12, Jenny Anderson. A 6'2" freshman from Parker, Colorado, number 16, it's Jazz Schmidt. A 6'2" junior from St. Petersburg, Florida, number 20, Maddie Span. A 5'10" junior from Cedar Lake, Indiana, number 22, Allie starting at Libero, a 5'6" senior from Miami, Florida, number 6, Susie Cross. And Sailfish led by head coach Copley, assisted by James Friddle, Poppy Jordan, and Samantha Strother.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome inside Rubin Arena. I'm TJ Budd. As tonight, the number 4 ranked Palm Beach Atlantic University Sailfish will take on the University of Tampa Spartans. PBA comes into this matchup 10-0 on the season, 5-0 in the SSC. Tampa uncharacteristically 1-2 in the conference and 3-8 so far in their early going. They have played a really tough schedule. They went out to Denver, Colorado a couple weeks ago, played the number 1, number 2, and number 8 teams in the country. And at that time, Concordia St. Paul was number 1. They took them to 5 sets, unable to pick up the win. But so far in conference play, losing to St. Leo earlier this week, 3-0. First time they've been swept by St. Leo at home in quite some time. And they also lost to Florida Southern in 5 sets. They took down Lynn University at home in 3 sets. And they'll have a tough time here tonight as the Sailfish come in on a 35-game winning streak here inside Rubin Arena. That goes back to 2014, and they have won the last 4 against Tampa. Make that the last 3 against Tampa, including the series sweep last season. Of course, the first win against the Spartans came 2 years ago, the first time that Tampa came into this building in Rubin Arena in 2015. And that was the first time the Sailfish won the NCAA South Region Championship as well. Of course, they repeated last year and looking to make it 3 straight and get to Pensacola at the end of the season for the Elite Eight. The Sailfish will start it out there with Maddie Spann, Allie Roan, Susie Forbes, the libero, Molly Burkhart, Jenny Anderson, Jazz Schmidt, and Reagan Grooms. Whereas Tampa will start it with Sammy Mueller, Nyla Demps, Sorrel Hufton, Nicole Dominguez, Taylor Fossler, Courtney Volger, and the libero, Casey Reynolds. Sailfish will have the first service here. Molly Burkhart, the junior from St. Augustine, back to serve it up for the Fish. Of course, one of 3 setters on the floor in this rotation, along with Jazz Schmidt and Allie Roan for PBA. Burkhart will set predominantly here in this rotation. First serve goes to Demps. Mueller sets it up in the middle. It's Vogler. A big attack and off of Forbes and out of bounds. Vogler, transfer from the University of Georgia, just a sophomore, redshirted at her time in Athens, and did not play a whole lot last year, and in there this year, and has put up some pretty big numbers from the blocking perspective up there at the net. Demps back to serve it, and that one is long. Nyla Demps, the freshman from Tallahassee, sends it too long, and we're tied here 1-1. Of course, if you're listening to those starting lineups, one name that's not out there for the Sailfish is the All-American Sarah Ragland. She will not be playing here tonight after sustaining an injury a couple days ago. That one off the hands of the block and down for a kill. Nicole Dominguez picks up her first kill on her first swing. And Vogler will go back to serve. That means Fossler will come into the front row. Fossler's put up some big numbers. They don't go to their middles a whole lot, but she's been effective. Here's Schmidt on the right side, dug up by Demps, back over the net. Burkhart going to the middle. Here's Jenny Anderson, and she gets it down for a kill. And Jenny's in there. The redshirt freshman will play that second middle position. And in fact, I talked to assistant coach James Friddle before the match. They're just putting Jenny where Sarah Kemi would be. Instead of moving Maddie around and having 2 players playing in a different spot, they just moved the 1. So Jenny's up there. In the middle, Fossler off the block. Burkhart is there. Schmidt will pop it up, and here's Groom's first swing. Reynolds has it. On the left side, off the hands of Schmidt, and Schmidt will pass it back over. Nice job to keep it alive. Tampa has momentum here, and Schmidt again keeps it up in the air. Out of the back, here's Burkhart. Reynolds has it. Mueller sets up Fossler in the middle, and Fossler finds the floor. Fossler hitting .528 on the season. Vogler, the other middle, at .406. But they have about half of the attempts as their top 3 attackers. So they don't go there often, but when they do, it's usually effective. And so far tonight, it has been effective into their middles with a kill. Burkhart goes to Roan, swinging on the right, and Allie Roan finds the floor. Talked about it a little bit on Tuesday. That's something you're going to see all year long is Roan all over the court. She's played all 6 rotations since she came here as a freshman 2 years ago. And this year playing outside and setting in the back row as well. That one off the block and down. Grooms and Anderson there. And the Fish pick up their first block of the match. That's something we did not see a whole lot on Tuesday against Florida Tech. The block was not super effective for a team that ranks in the top 5 in the country. See if they can get it going here tonight against the Spartans. Swing from Dominguez off the block. Roan going to go to the middle, and Anderson hangs in the air long enough to keep it alive. Fossler, and there's Forbes. Alberti out of the back. Demps has it. They go in the middle again, and it's blocked back. Reynolds keeps it alive. Here's Dominguez on the left. Sophie Hoekstra goes on 2, and it's kept alive by the Spartans and back over. See if the Fish can put it down here. Grooms gets it down on the floor. And the Fish take a 5-3 lead here, their largest in the early going. Grooms picks up her first kill. Fish hitting .333, Tampa just .167 to start. Dominguez goes, and before that they call a double contact on the setter. Elias just into the game, Melissa Elias. Tampa running a 6-2. So used to seeing them in a 5-1 just like the Sailfish, and both the teams running 6-2 this year. That one gets down, and it's an ace for Allison Roan, and a 7-3 lead, and head coach Chris Katnack going to call a timeout for the Spartans. Sailfish off to a big lead here early on. Sailfish fans, did you know that the Sailfish Booster Club is responsible for raising funds to support our athletic teams with travel, uniforms, and equipment? It is so easy to become a member. Just make an online contribution at pbasailfish.com. Even small gifts go a long way in supporting our teams. It is only through the generous support of our parents, alumni, faculty, staff, local businesses, and students that all the costs of our athletic programs can be funded. If you're currently a member, thank you. If you're not, please visit pbasailfish.com today and become a member of the Sailfish Booster Club. So Sailfish out to a 7-3 lead here early on in set number one. The Fish hitting .333. They have 3 kills, 1 each from Allison Roan, Jenny Anderson, and Reagan Grooms. Tampa hitting just .167. PBA trying to make it 4 straight wins over Tampa, a team that they've never lost to here in Rubin Arena. Of course, Tampa spent so much time not having to face the Sailfish twice this season, as that one on the overpass gets put back down. The teams would just play one time a year, and that would always be in Tampa, and the Fish were never able to win there until last year. And of course, the Fish have beaten them the last 2 seasons here as well. They have not met in the postseason, while the Sailfish have hosted it the last 2 years. Off the block, and that one's going to go out, so another kill for Nicole Dominguez.
Now serving Nicole Dominguez.
So Dominguez will transition to the back row to serve it. Goes right to Alberti down the line. Here's Anderson on the right side, tips it over. Reynolds comes up to get it. And here's Nyla Dimps, and there's Reagan Grooms right there for it. Rowe goes quickly to Anderson, pushes it, and no one's there to pick it up off the arms of Jen Beaumier. And Jenny Anderson off to a nice start here tonight. 2 kills on 3 swings. And the Fish off to a 9-4 lead. Forbes, the senior from Miami, back to serve, goes short. Dominguez has to come up to get it. They push it to the outside. Dimps off the block, popped up in the air. Hoekstra will swing on it, off the block again, and Fossler tips it back over. Hoekstra will set it. Back row, here's Roan. Cut shot, and nice job by Mobier to go get it. Dominguez off the block. Grooms keeps it alive. Nice hustle by both teams, off the block again. See if the Fish can take advantage here. Hoekstra, another chance, and kept alive, but finally hits the deck. And Sophie Hoekstra picks up her first kill of the match. So great job by both teams, hustling, fighting for every ball, and finally the Sailfish get the advantage, and they take a 10-4 lead here. Forbes will serve it again. Dominguez has it. They go on the slide to Fossler off the arms of Alberti, and that one's out. So Fossler again picks up a kill. That's number 2 for her. She transitions out, and Reynolds will serve for her in the back.
Now serving Casey Reynolds.
Reynolds, a senior, takes over at the libero position after Logan Hollenchuk transferred after last season. She's now playing at Florida State as a defensive specialist. Off the block is Grooms, pops it up across the court. Hoekstra blocked back. Dimps and Vogler were there, and Hoekstra didn't have a chance. Vogler comes in as the team leader with 33 total blocks, just over 1 per set, as Maddie Spann gets it down, and the Fish take an 11-6 lead. PBA was one of the best blocking teams last season. This year, they come in as a team at number 5 in the country at 2.67. Maddie Spann is fourth in the country at 1.38. Tough serve. Dominguez out of the back off the hands of Span. Schmidt hits the deck, and here's Hoekstra, and that one's blocked and kept in bounds. Elias and Vogler were there, so there's Vogler again, her second block already here in this match. And it's Sammy Mueller back in, one of the setters. She'll serve it. Big, high, top spin serve. Hoekstra will set it, and there's Maddie Span off the block of Vogler. Maddie's had a very nice start to this season. And of course, she played as a right side attacker and blocker last year. Slide over to the middle this year as a junior. Dimps will take a swing. Grooms in the back. Burkhart sets up the freshman Schmidt, and there's Dominguez right there for it. And that one gets down. Sorrel Houghton picks up the kill. A very young team is Tampa this year. 10 of their 18 are freshmen or sophomores. Pass over, Burkhart tries to keep it alive and gets called for the back row attack. So Tampa chipping away here, 12-9. As Dimps back to serve it again. Deep serve, drives Forbes back. There's Roan on the left, and Allison Roan picks up a kill. That's her second of the match. The Fish now with 9. So Amy Schatzman, the senior, will come in to serve. Senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Listed as a setter, predominantly plays as a serving specialist now. Serves it tough to Dimps. Dimps will get it back. Attack out of the back. Off the arms of Schatzman up near the basket. And kept alive and back over by the Fish. In the middle, Vogler off the tape. And that one never got above the net. And attacking error for Courtney Vogler. And again, great hustle by the Sailfish so far. Lead back up to 5 at 14-9. Schatzman again goes to Dimps. Vogler in the middle, pushes it. Burkhart gets a foot on it, but it goes out of bounds. So Vogler not going to serve. They're going to go to the bench. Roan behind the 10-foot line, roll shot. Picked up Mueller, back set. Houghton, and that one's out. Third attacking error for the Spartans. PBA only with 2. And the freshman Schmidt back to serve. Schmidt from Colorado. Of course, she came into PBA in January. Practiced with the team, played with the team, and during their spring matches. You just don't see that a whole lot in volleyball, let alone Division II volleyball, but Schmidt did it. You see it a lot in football. Either way, she's adapted well to being part of this team. Fossler in the middle, triple block up, and Fish can't keep it alive. Fossler picks up another kill, her third, to lead all players. Jen Beaumier will go back to serve. Fish lead it by 4, 15-11. Serve goes right to Alberti in the middle. Here's Roan coming through the middle, and nice job by Beaumier to keep it alive, and it's passed over. Forbes has to set it. Roan will take a swing right to Beaumier. Off the hands of Anderson. And Roan again on the right, and that one's off the block. Fossler and Dominguez couldn't close it, and Roan took advantage, hit it right through the gap between them. And so Allison now with 3 kills. Again, a very balanced attack for PBA so far in this one. 3 players with 2 and Roan with 3 kills. Serves it deep to Dominguez. Dims has to set it for Dominguez, and a nice spot left wide open in that back corner as Dominguez picks up her 3rd kill. So she joins Fossler and Roan with 3 kills here in this match. And a good thing for PBA, she transitions to the back row to serve it. Roan will set it. Here's Grooms, right to Reynolds, tight on the net. And Hoekstra comes back and blocked. It was Dimps that was there. Nyla Dimps with the solo block. And again, the Spartans on a mini run here. They've cut the lead down to 3 at 16-13. It's Dominguez to serve it again. Roan goes in the middle. Anderson through the block and down. Dimps and Fossler were there, but Anderson did a nice job to hit it between them. And she has certainly come in and picked up the slack here. 3 kills on 5 swings. Officially back up to 4. Forbes will serve it. Push it wide to Dimps off the arms of Span, and nobody there to clean it up, and Nyla Dimps will pick up her 1st kill of the match. Dimps came in 2nd on the team in kills by only 9 to Dominguez, and that's her 1st kill of the match. Grooms on the left goes with the tip, blocked back. Roan will set it across the court to Hoekstra, and she's blocked again by Dimps. Vogler was also there, and Dimps was the one to get her arms on it. And so another block for the Spartans. That's number 4, as they've cut the lead to 2 again. Alberti, trouble with the serve. They have to go to Hoekstra here, and she finds the floor. Nice job by Sophie to go deep and get it over top of the block that time. And Sophie now with a pair of kills. Grooms in the back to serve. Just got over the tape, went right to Reynolds. Here's Dominguez out of the back. Schmidt will set it for Hoekstra, and Hoekstra blocked again. Vogler, and it looked like Elias was there. So Elias comes out and Mueller comes back in. 18-16, Sailfish led pretty much throughout. Big topspin serve goes to Grooms. In the middle here, Span just had to punch it over. Mueller hit the deck to keep it alive. Dimps pushes it to the corner. Grooms cleans it up. Schmidt on the left, and there's Dimps in the middle. Mueller somehow got it over, and now Schmidt takes a swing and off the block for a kill. Good job by Jazz to use the block and pick up a kill. Sailfish lead back up to 3. Their attack percentage all the way down to 216. They were hitting over 300 early in this set. Now Tampa has surpassed them. They're at 226. Big reason why is Tampa 5 blocks. We mentioned the Sailfish, one of the best blocking teams. Tampa not bad themselves, 2.13%. Sailfish at 267, so not too far off. Dimps will take a swing on the right, block back. Mueller will go right back to her, and that one down the line and off the arms of Forbes. Nyla Dimps was held in check her first 4 attacks, and since then, she had 3 swings and picked up a pair of kills as the Spartans again cut it down to 2.
Substitutions. Number 14, Caitlin Ashmani.
Caitlin Ashmani will come back in to serve again as Dimps is taken out. Ashmani, a freshman from Orlando, Florida. Listed as a libero. They're not going to lose anything on the back line with her. Schmidt, and finds the corner. Gets it past Ashmani that time. And Jazz picks up her 2nd kill. And the The Fish push the lead back out to 3. So Schatzman in to serve. Only 3 aces so far for the senior. That one goes right to Reynolds. Vogler and able to get it above the block and down. So Molly McIlvaney will now enter the match for the first time. A senior from Roswell, Georgia, is in to serve here. Goes right to Roan. Burkhart pushes it quickly to Anderson. That one's off the hands of Fossler there in the middle. And Jenny picks up another kill, her 4th. So Schmidt back there. 3-point lead for the Fish, looking for 4 more here to take this opening set. Mueller sets it up. Schmidt goes to Roan and down the line and off the hands of Dominguez. Allison Roan picks up another kill. That's number 4 for her. And a timeout taken by Tampa as the Sailfish have opened up a 4-point lead here in set number 1.
Sailfish fans, the next time you travel to town to watch the Fish do battle, consider staying at the official hotel partner of Palm Beach Atlantic Athletics, the Holiday Inn Airport and Conference Center. The Holiday Inn is conveniently located less than a mile from the Rinker Athletic Campus and is easily accessible to Palm Beach International Airport and our downtown campus. With deluxe accommodations for teams and fans alike, be sure and choose Holiday Inn for your next overnight stay, and don't forget to ask for the special PBA Sailfish rate. Want Sailfish content delivered straight to your inbox? Sign up for the Sailfish Scoop at pbasailfish.com to get customized content delivered directly to your email as soon as it's available online.
Sailfish lead by 4, looking for 3 more points. The freshman Jazz Schmidt back there to serve it for PBA. Right to the middle, pushed across. Dominguez off the block and a net violation. They get Roan. So the kill for Tampa and a big point for them. They pull back within 3 with the serve here. Jen Beaumier will serve and set here in this rotation. With Houghton, Dominguez, and Fossler playing in the front court. Forbes gets it up. And Roan puts it down for the kill. Allison Roan, her 5th kill of the match. And she can serve it out for PBA here, up 23-19. Goes right to Dominguez. They go on the slide to Fossler off the hands. And they go back to Anderson, pushes it. Dominguez will take a swing and block, but right back down onto the Sailfish side. Burkhart and Anderson couldn't close it off. So the Sailfish hoping for a side out and a final point here. Dominguez back to serve. Roan goes to Burkhart down the line. Reynolds was right there for it. Dimps and through the block. That went off the outside hand of Burkhart. Nice job by Dimps to aim for that spot, and there's nothing the Sailfish can do to pick it up. And it's a 23-21 set number 1. Dominguez serves again right to Forbes, who's going to get the big kill for the Fish. Not Grims that time. Cross, they go back to Dimps. That one's deep off the hands of Alberti. And down for a kill, and this is the closest the Spartans have been since the early goings. And head coach Bob White's going to call a timeout. 23-22, Sailfish lead here in set number 1.
Are you you in need of the latest sailfish gear? Visit pbasailfishgear.com for all the best in sailfish products. The official online store of PBA Athletics has everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, and polos to drinkware, business accessories, and even pet supplies. Visit pbasailfishgear.com, your one-stop shop for sailfish swag. When it comes to a post-game meal celebration, the Sailfish always turn to Buffalo Wild Wings. Founded in 1982 with one restaurant in Columbus, Ohio, Buffalo Wild Wings has grown to at least one location in all 50 states and specialize in providing a fun-filled atmosphere and great tasting food. Visit the West Palm Beach location at 4576 Okeechobee Boulevard for your next family dinner or group outing. Look for specials and exciting offers by following them on Instagram at BWWWestPalm.
Tampa has cut it back down to one here in set number one, 23-22. Dominguez back to serve. Tampa has scored the last 2 points here. Checked at the last 3 points to make it a tight one. Roan goes across the court to Grooms, and Reagan puts it down, and the Fish are within a point. It's a big time swing from the junior. Haven't seen that so far tonight from her. And a good set from Allison across the court. And Forbes can end it for the Fish here, 24-22. Fossler on the slide and then picks up another kill. Fossler had a lot of success last season against the Sailfish with that play here in Rubin Arena, and off to a nice start here in this one with 4 kills on 10 swings. And Reynolds back to serve. 1 point set here in number one. Roan, who's she going to? It's Grooms who's going to get it. Tries to tip it off the hands and kept alive, and Dimps will pass it back over. Almost disaster for the Fish there, and then it was on the set. As Roan and Spann couldn't get their timing down. And Tampa has come all the way back to tie it here at 24-24. Of course, it's a win by 2 in each set, and Sailfish need a side out. Spann off the arms of Vogler. Reynolds has to set it. Dimps with the swing, and that one's long. Tampa wants a touch at the net, and none of the referees or linesmen are giving it to him, and the Fish go back on top here, 25-24. It's Grooms who's going to serve it. Reynolds, Dominguez, and Dimps back to handle it. And go to Dominguez. Set goes to Dimps, and she's blocked. It's Maddie Spann and Jazz Schmidt who pick it up. And the Fish take this first set 26-24 and take the early advantage here inside Rubin Arena.
The statistics say 1 out of 5 women and 1 out of 16 men. If we hear stories of it happening on campuses across the country, why would we think we're different? What's keeping us from breaking the silence?
Dating and domestic violence,
stalking and sexual assault
are all things worth speaking up about.
Whether it's for you
or someone else.
Whether it happens in the daylight
or at night.
Your Sailfish and others' actions don't define you.
There's no shame in speaking out.
Sexual assault has no preference between gender, race, or age.
Speaking up doesn't make you weak.
Because at Palm Beach Atlantic University, your safety and security is our #1 priority.
You're surrounded by a Christ-centered community, the Sailfish family.
Just speak out, Sailfish.
because no means no.
And you're not stuck.
Speak out, Sailfish. We take sexual assault and sexual harassment very seriously. So please be accountable. Please respect others and understand the integrity of the individual. So I'm encouraging you to speak out, Sailfish.
So speak out, Sailfish.
Speak out, Sailfish.
Just speak Speak out, Sailfish.
Let's speak out, Sailfish.
Speak out, Sailfish.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Welcome back inside Rubin Arena. I'm TJ Budd, where the Sailfish take the first set 26-24 over the Spartans. PBA hit 250 there in that opening set. Tampa was even better at 273. They were led by Nicole Dominguez. 5 kills on 12 attempts, no errors. She hit 417. Taylor Fossler also picked up 4 kills, as did Nyla Demps. Courtney Vogler added 3. But the big story for Tampa was the block. They had 5 in that opening set, including Vogler with 3 of them. As the Sailfish were led by Allison Roan, who had 5 kills on 9 attempts and no errors. She had 556. Jenny Anderson, inserted into the starting lineup due to the injury to Sarah Ragland, had 4 kills on 7 attempts. She had 571 for the Sailfish. Reagan Grooms added 3 kills, as Maddie Spann, Sophie Hoekstra, and Jazz Schmidt each picked up 2 kills apiece. Not a whole lot of blocks for the Fish, only 2 team blocks, but it was a big one at the end as Spann and Schmidt provided it to give the Sailfish the win in set number 1. We're ready for set number 2, and Sammy Mueller will serve it up for the Spartans. Big high toss and hits it wide. A lot of risk when you throw it up that high. Also makes it tough on the defense. They don't really know where it's going, because Mueller probably doesn't really know where it's going. So the Sailfish take the early advantage here, and Roan will be back to serve. Demps hits the net, keeps it alive. Mueller pushes it back and knocked over by the Spartans. Burkhart sets it across the court to Grooms. High in the air off the arms of Reynolds, and Dominguez from the back, a big swing, and she puts it wide. The Sailfish got off to a big lead in set number 1, and the Spartans kept chipping away, and eventually tied it at 24. And then the Fish able to win the last 2 points. Mueller goes to Demps, comes around, and that one is just in. Forbes hit the deck, tried to get it, couldn't. And the first point for the Spartans here in the second set. We mentioned before Demps and Dominguez, the big attackers for Tampa, and they both have 5 kills in the match after that one by Demps. Forbes passes it nicely. Reagan with the roll shot. A good job by Reagan to see the hole there in the middle of the Spartan defense, and she picks up her 4th kill. So 3 players with at least 4 kills for the Sailfish tonight. And we've seen that all season long, very balanced. Roan, the team leader in kills, but Grooms right behind her. And Mueller called for the double contact on the set, was off balance and hit the support for the net. So Forbes back to serve it again. 4-1 our score here in set number 2. Reynolds passes to Mueller. Vogler off the hands of Spann. And she'll get an attempt here, and that one is just wide. And the Sailfish thought it was in. But the linesman says just wide. So Tampa will get the point, and Vogler will go back to serve. Of course, we mentioned she transferred from the University of Georgia after redshirting, as Spann goes with the off-speed pitch there. Looked like the timing might have been off a little bit, but got enough on it to get it over the block of Fossler and down in the open spot. So Grooms will go back to serve. Fish on top, 5-2. Mueller, nice back set across the court, and that one's wide. Tried to get it off the high hands and couldn't do it. It was Houghton who made the error for the Spartans. Deep driving serve goes to Dominguez. She'll get an attempt to swing here, and Forbes is right down the line for it. Schmidt goes up, tip, and the Fish have found something here. The Fish have gone to the tips, and it's been open. See if Tampa makes the adjustment to come up. So far, the Fish taking advantage of the Spartans playing back in that back line. Dimps. Fossler off the hands, and Grooms keeps it alive. Roan over ahead to Schmidt. Goes to the middle, and Fossler, and that one's wide as well. And that's the third attacking error for Tampa here in this set, and the Fish off to an 8-2 lead. It's going to cause a timeout from head coach Chris Katnack of the Spartans. Fish on top early here in set number 2.
Jimmy John's of West Palm Beach is a proud sponsor of Palm Beach Atlantic Athletics, as well as the Freaky Fast sandwich choice of Sailfish everywhere. Whether ordering for one or a whole team, Jimmy John's can deliver right to your doorstep here in downtown West Palm Beach and provide you with some of the best sandwiches around. The Clematis location is just a few blocks away from campus, or order online at jimmyjohns.com. Are you in need of the latest Sailfish gear? Visit pbasailfishgear.com for all the best in Sailfish products. The official online store of PBA Athletics has everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, and polos to drinkware, business accessories, and even pet supplies. Visit pbasailfishgear.com, your one-stop shop for Sailfish swag.
Fish on top 8-2 here in set number 2. Tampa forced to call a timeout after their third attacking error in the set. They're hitting negative 250 so far, and they've seen their percentage drop from over 270 to down to 192 for the match. Get another chance here. Here's Dominguez off the block, and Dimps picks up. And they go back to Dominguez and down the line, but there's Forbes. Reagan with the big swing. Out of the back, here's Dimps, and Roan there to keep it alive. Schmidt goes to Burkhart, takes a swing, and it gets down on the floor. Molly Burkhart picks up the kill. And the Fish go on top 9-2 here. So Grooms back to serve it for the Fish. Across the court to Dominguez, and that one's blocked. Spain and Schmidt, the duo that ended set number 1 there for the first one for the Fish here in set number 2, and PBA off to a big lead here, 10-2. Grooms serves it to Dominguez. They're going to give the attack to Houghton, and Houghton able to use the block and pick up the kill. Just the second kill for Houghton tonight. And Jen Beaumier will go back to serve. Forbes has it. They're going to go to Schmidt. And picked up by the Spartans. Dimps out of the back. And Schmidt will go on 2 and catches the Spartans defense off guard. That's the benefit of having a left-handed attacker there on the right side who can also set the ball. She goes up for it, and the defense doesn't know whether she's going to set it or whether she's going to attack it. And that quick strike pays off for the Fish. Jazz's 4th kill here in the match as Fish give it right back with the serve. Something you don't see a lot of for the Fish. Only 56 service errors coming into the match tonight. They had 66 aces. Schmidt will have to take the roll shot here. A bad pass, joust at the net, comes over to the Fish. Burkhart quick set goes to Roan, and there's Reynolds there. Fossler will set it up for Dimps off the hands, and There's Grooms, and Burkhart dumps it. Bomir there for it. Dimps with the big swing, and that one is too long. And the Fish really starting to pick up the tempo here. And the Spartans don't seem to know how to respond. 12-4 our score here in set number 2. Fish took the opening set 26-24. On the slide, Fossler off the hands of Anderson, and a quick attack by Dimps as it went off of Anderson's hands and back over, and Dimps just went up and put it back on the floor. Dimps now with match high 6 kills. And Reynolds to serve. Anderson able to hang in the air and kept alive and finally over, but that's a 4th contact, and the Fish pick up the kill as it looked like the timing was off there on the slide to Anderson, and Jenny able to hang in the air long enough to eventually find the floor. 13-5 Sailfish. Dimps has trouble with the serve, and now Tampa has to pass it over. Good opportunity for PBA. Second one through, it's Roan, and that one finds the floor. And that's going to force another timeout, the second one for the Spartans, as the Fish have opened up a 9-point lead here in set number 2.
The experienced professionals of Brown & Brown Insurance lead the industry in the efficient management of risk and its related costs, meeting the business insurance needs of companies ranging from small retail establishments to multinational corporations. They offer competitive options for personal insurance, including homeowners and auto. At Brown & Brown Insurance, you don't just get a policy, you get a Brown & Brown advisor, and that makes all the difference. Check out their website for more information at bb-wpb.com. Academy Bus is the largest privately owned and operated transportation company in the United States and is the official out-of-town transportation provider of Sailfish Athletics. With a central operations center located here in Palm Beach County, Academy Bus is who our Sailfish teams turn to for away game trips. For more information or to reserve a trip for your group, visit academybus.com.
From
Sailfish up by 9 here in set number 2, 14-5. Tampa has called both of their timeouts here in the set. Of course, PBA got off to a big lead in set number 1, only to see the Spartans come back and tie it at 24-24 before the Fish eventually picked up the W. And there's Roan again, another kill for Allison, her 7th, as the Fish lead is now at 10. Roan 7 kills on 12 attempts. Schmidt again to serve. They push it across the court to Demps, and that one finds the back line. So Nyla Demps picks up her 7th kill as well, and finally ends the run for the Fish. So Mueller comes back in to serve. Of course, Tampa running the 6-2. Just like the Sailfish, although PBA hides it well with all the setters they have on the floor at all the time. And Anderson picks up another kill. And how about Jenny Anderson tonight? A redshirt freshman now with 6 kills, no errors on 9 attacks. Roan to serve. They go to Demps, and Demps is blocked. Grooms and Anderson, I believe. Yep, Grooms and Anderson pick up the block. (17-6) now, the Fish on top. Roan serves it again, tough one for Dominguez. Reynolds has to set it up, and Houghton sends it deep. Here's Grooms with the swing, goes cross, and runs out of real estate there. Reagan with the error. Just the 2nd error in the set for PBA. They're still hitting over 400. I've seen that percentage for the match climb back over 300 now. Tampa still negative for the set. 6 errors and 4 kills. And they put the serve into the net.
Now serving for your Sailfish.
Fish in control, and there's nothing the Spartan coaches can do about it at this point. Out of timeouts for the set. Fish up by 11. Here's Forbes with the serve. Vogler dumps it over her shoulder. A nice placement there by Courtney Vogler. And she'll go back to serve it. And now they're going to sub for her. So Shelby Jocelyn will come in to serve. Outside hitter, senior 5'11", from Fort Myers, Florida, transfer from Florida Gulf Coast. Jocelyn with the serve, goes right to Alberti. And here's Grooms. Grooms pushes it over. Takes out the setter, Mueller. And Dominguez off the hands of the block. Back to Grooms again, and Reagan picks up another kill. That's number 5 for her. And officially back up to 11. Grooms will go back to serve for the Sailfish. See if she can serve it out, get 6 straight here. Mueller on the right side, Houghton. Forbes passes it back over. Tampa with another chance in the middle. Fossler is blocked back. And here's Houghton again off the block, and that one went off the arms of Molly Burkhart. So Rel Houghton picks up her 3rd kill. Tampa looking to find some momentum here in set number 2, down by 10. Driving serve off the chest of Forbes. Schmidt will attack it. Across the court it goes to Dominguez, and blocked back and kept alive. See if the Fish can do something here. Schmidt with the big swing and kept alive again. Great hustle by the Spartans. And Roan goes for the dump, and that finds the floor just before Casey Reynolds can get underneath of it. And a great smart play there by the junior, and Roan just dump it over when Tampa was scrambling. Burkhart to serve it. Goes right down the line. Dominguez will get it back, and it's blocked but out of bounds. And Nicole Dominguez will pick up the kill. Her first of the set. She had 5 in set number 1. And now just her first in set number 2. Has 2 errors in the set. She's seen her attack percentage drop by over 200 points here in this set. 20-10 our score. Fish still in control here. Looking to make it 4 straight wins over the Spartans in this series and go to 3-0 against them here inside Rubin Arena. Span in the middle, and there's Beaumier right for it. And Reagan hits the deck to keep it alive for the Sailfish. Roan turns it, attacks it. And Demps pushes it. Roan's right there for it. Burkhart goes to Schmidt. Roll shot off the hands of Demps and kept alive. And Demps will roll it and hit it right back into the net. She had an opportunity to punch that back up in the air, let someone else take a swing at it. Elected to go and try to roll it over and never got it above the tape. 21-10, our score here in set number 2. There's Schatzman, the senior back end to serve for PBA. Beaumier. And go to Fossler, and Roan wasn't able to get to the edge of the net in time, and Fossler found the opening. Fossler now with 5 kills. And Tampa finally above 0 on their attack percentage here in the set. Schmidt out of the middle, and Reynolds digs it up and sends it right back over. Schmidt again has to punch it with the opposite hand, and Jazz picks up the kill. Nice job by Jazz to adjust in the air and use her opposite hand, her right hand, and pick up another kill, her 5th. Vogler on the slide, blocked back. It was Grooms who got a hand on it. Here's Demps with the swing. Schmidt will set it up out of the back. Here's Burkhart, and that one in. Casey Reynolds couldn't believe it. No, then now they call it out. The linesman called it in, and our referee up top overruled her, said it was out. So that point goes to the Spartans here, 22-12. So Mueller comes back in. She will serve it up for the Spartans. Need a big run here. Big high toss for Mueller. Anderson on the slide. First time she's been blocked back. Scramble, and Roan puts it in the net. First time we've seen the block do anything against Jenny Anderson here in this match. And for the first time in a while, the lead's under 10. Grooms takes a swing, and that one hits the net. So the Fish, I put two straight into the tape here. Mueller again with the big high toss. And Forbes has to dive to get underneath of it. Grooms rolls it over, and they go to the middle. Vogler, Alberti pops it up. Roan will take a swing and just has to roll it over. Timing was off. Dominguez from the back, Alberti again. Go across the court to Grooms, off the hands, and Mueller unable to get there in time. Houghton tried to pop it up in the air, and Mueller unable to get there in time to keep it alive. And the Fish now just need two more. Roan, serve it to Dominguez. They go to Demps on the right side and sails that one high and out. And the Fish have set point here, 24-14. Roan, high, short serve. Demps comes up to get it. Across the court to Houghton. Forbes is there. Roan gets it up for Burkhart, and that one hits the antenna. The Fish a little bit out of sorts there. Roan trying to get out of the way of Burkhart to go and get the second touch, and Burkhart was way off the net. Had to take a sharp angle to try and get it. Hits the antenna. A lot of space to work with for PBA. Set point, 24-15. They go to Anderson, off the hands of Dominguez. And they go to Demps from the back, and that one is long. And the Fish take the second set, 25-15. They lead it 2-0 over the Spartans, and we'll take an extended break here before set number 3 and be back for the action here inside Rubin Arena.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
to lane, under the lights, or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Welcome back inside Rubin Arena. We're in the middle of set number 2 and set number 3. Sailfish lead it 2-0 over Tampa. They're looking to win their 4th straight against the Spartans. They took the first set 26-24. Had a big lead in that one, and then all of a sudden Tampa came back, tied it up at 24. And then the Sailfish took the final 2 points, including a big block from Reagan Grooms and Jenny Anderson, and give the Sailfish the win. And then in set number 2, the Sailfish dominated throughout. Won that one 25-15. Allison Roan leading the way for PBA here in this match. 8 kills on 16 attacks. It's hitting .438. Also has 13 assists to lead the team in 8 digs. She's looking for her 4th triple-double and 2nd in a row here this week. Reagan Grooms added 6 kills, as did Jenny Anderson, who was inserted into the starting lineup after the injury to Sarah Ragland earlier this week. Josh Schmidt, the freshman, added 5 kills and 5 assists in 4 digs for PBA. And Molly Burkhart also has 10 assists for the Sailfish so far. So we'll take another break and be back to bring you hopefully the finale here and set number 3 inside Rubin Arena.
The statistics say 1 out of 5 women and 1 out of 16 men. If we hear stories of it happening on campuses across the country, why would we think we're different? What's keeping us from breaking the silence?
Dating and domestic violence,
stalking and sexual assault
are all things worth speaking up about.
Whether it's for you
or someone else.
Whether it happens in the daylight
or at night.
Your Sailfish and others' actions don't define you.
There's no shame in speaking out.
Sexual assault has no preference between gender, race, or age.
Speaking up doesn't make you weak.
Because at Palm Beach Atlantic University, your safety and security is our #1 priority.
You're surrounded by a Christ-centered community, the Sailfish family.
Just speak out, Sailfish.
Because no means no.
And you're not stuck.
Speak out, Sailfish. We take sexual assault and sexual harassment very seriously. So please be accountable. Please respect others and understand the integrity of the individual. So I'm encouraging you to speak out, Sailfish.
So speak out, Sailfish.
Speak out, Sailfish.
Just speak out, Sailfish.
Let's speak out, Sailfish.
Speak out, Sailfish.
Sometimes it's hard to tell from the outside what a personal injury law firm actually does. We're busy meeting our clients, learning about their injuries, and hearing about how the accident has affected their life. We do all the work to make sure the insurance company takes your case seriously. We strategize and we prepare for trial. We spend our days and even our nights pursuing justice and protecting the rights of our clients. That's what we do.
Welcome back inside Ruben Arena. Sailfish lead this one 2-0 over the Tampa Spartans. PBA took the first set 26-24 before taking the second set 25-15, and the Sailfish offense hitting 226, holding Tampa to a 129 clip, including a negative 0.24 mark there in set number 2. Tampa had 8 kills and 9 errors on 41 attempts. Sailfish had 13 kills on 6 errors and 36 attempts there in set number 2. So the Sailfish looking for another sweep. Of course, they're 10-0 on the season. They have 9 sweeps to their record. The only non-sweep came a couple of weeks ago up in Daytona Beach when they went 5 with the Eagles of Embry-Riddle. After taking the first set, they fell behind 2-1, had to rally, ended up coming back to win the final 2 sets, and went on that weekend to take down Rollins in 3, and since then have not dropped a set. So the Sailfish will have the serve here in set number 3, looking to make it 4 straight over the Spartans and looking to run their winning streak to 36 here in Ruben Arena, and also make it 30 straight against teams currently in the SSC. Groom's first serve goes to Dominguez. She'll take a swing, a big one. Goes right to Forbes. Schmidt will get the first attack for the Fish, and right down the line there's Reynolds. Dimps out of the back and puts it into the tape. Nyla Dimps had a big start to this match, and since has racked up the errors. That's now number 8 for her. She's hitting negative for the match. Grooms goes to Dominguez again. Here's Fossler on the slide, and Taylor Fossler able to find the floor here. Her 6th kill. She had a big first set, and the Fish able to slow her down in set number 2. Had 4 kills in that opening set, and just her 6th here in the early parts of set number 1, or excuse me, set number 3. Dimps will get the swing and finds the deep corner. Good spot by Nyla Dimps. And she gives the Spartans a 2-1 advantage. Dominguez back to serve it. Burkhardt will get a swing on the right, and Molly gets it down for a kill. Burkhardt picks up the kill. She was the lone setter last year in the 5-1 offense. And she gets a half rotation to attack as that one sailed way long by Fossler. Burkhardt wanted to compete in the spring as an attacker and also as a setter, and that ability to move parts around for the Sailfish has provided dividends throughout, with Rowan doing the same. Schmidt can do it. We've seen Hoekstra set here in this match as well. Molly goes to span and hangs up long enough for Dominguez to find it. Dimps, a big swing. Grooms has it, hits the ceiling, and now the Fish have to pass it over. Tampa with a big opportunity, and Fossler hits it through the block. Roan and Span were over there, and Fossler able to get it through that duo. Second kill here in this 3rd set, and now her 7th in the match. Reynolds back to serve. Burkhardt back set. Here's Schmidt off the hands and gets it down. Reynolds came flying up from her position in the back and unable to get there in time. As the 2 blockers up front didn't know where the ball was after it went off their hands. So the Spartans will clean up some sweat here right in front of the scorer's table, the far side of the court, after Reynolds came sliding through. So Sailfish out to a 4-3 advantage here in set number 3. And Span back to serve. Dimps goes cross right to Span, a nice dig by the middle. Roan gets blocked back. She'll get another chance here, and off the block and out this time for a kill. It's Allison Roan, kill number 9. She's approaching another triple-double with 9 kills, 14 assists, and 8 digs. Of course, she went over the 1,000 career assist mark on Tuesday night. She's approaching 1,000 digs and 1,000 kills as well in her career. This one hit right to Burkhart. And now she'll take a swing from the back row. And Vogler gets it down in front of Span. Back to Allison Roan. He reached out to the NCAA to see how many players in the rally scoring era had reached 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 in their career, and there's only 5 of them that have done so. So Roan will be added to that collection here shortly this season. As that one goes to Anderson, and Jenny finds the floor. Another kill for the redshirt freshman. Number 7 for her. Schmidt will serve it. And that one gets by Dominguez. I don't know if it knuckled at the last second or if she just took her eye off it, but she missed it completely. And just the second ace for the Fish, first one for Jazz here in this match. She leads the team, now she's tied for the lead on the team with Susie Forbes, both of them with 18 now. Dominguez picks it up, Houghton gets it over. And Molly out of the back, a big swing, and there's Dominguez. Dimps has it blocked back. And come from the back again, Dominguez, there's Burkhart, and Roan just punches it over. Another chance for Houghton, and there's Forbes there for it. Across the court it goes to Grooms, and a block. It's Dimps and Vogler. Pick it up. That's something we saw a lot in set number 1. 5 team blocks in set number 1 for Tampa, and 0 in that second set. And I get another one here early on in set number 3. Fish still on top, 7-5. Across the court, Anderson, a big swing from the middle, and it's picked up nicely by the Spartans. Houghton with a swing, and Roan will take it over. Reynolds pops it high in the air, Dominguez, and that one is long, and they get a blocking violation on Jenny Anderson. So Anderson in the net on the block attempt. That'll put Dimps back at the service line. 7-6. Fish lead it. And she serves her right to Alberti. Roan takes a swing off the hands of the block. And go in the middle, Vogler, and Anderson couldn't penetrate enough over the net to get the block as the Spartans have tied it up 7-7. Burkhart goes to Roan, tries to place it. I don't think she was expecting to get it, and a big kill for Sorrel Houghton. Houghton now with 4 kills, and the Spartans back on top, 8-7. And Dimps puts this one into the net. So Roan will go back to serve 8-8. Our score here in set number 3. Fish trying to make it a clean sweep of the Spartans as that one gets down. A second ace for Roan. Reynolds unable to get there in time. Roan goes to Dimps this time. Across the court it goes, and off the hands of the block, Burkhart and Anderson couldn't close it off. And they're going to go to the bench again for Vogler at the service line. So Jen Aprile will come in. one of 3 setters that plays a lot for the Spartans, the senior from Tampa. Not getting a chance here in this one, and puts her serve into the net, and she'll come right out. Tampa has 3 setters they've used throughout this season. Mueller, Bomir, and Aprile, all with about the same amount of assists, between 110 and 130 coming into tonight. And Aprile not getting the chance here tonight. That one off the arms of Grooms and into the stands. And another kill for the Spartans. A big crowd on hand here, as typically is when Tampa rolls into town. Around 550 in attendance here tonight. Not quite the crowd we saw 2 years ago, but still a nice crowd as Burkhart misses wide with the attempt. And Tampa retakes the lead 11-10. So Bomir back there to serve it. As that one goes right to Alberti. Roan comes behind the 10-foot line to set it, and Grooms picks it up. Went off the hands of Fossler at the net, and she couldn't pick it up off the tip. So Grooms will go back to serve now. Tampa's hung with the Sailfish here in set number 3. Fossler with the big kill on the slide. And the Sailfish slow to close that window with the block, and Fossler picks up her 8th kill of the match. Now 3 players with at least 8 kills for Tampa. Roan sets it up for Schmidt. High arching shot. Handled easily. Dimps pushes it. Grooms able to get there, and Span winds up, and Bomir takes it off the chest, and a double contact called against Elias. Seen that a couple times for the Spartans here tonight. This one goes against Melissa Elias, so 12-12 again, tied again. Burkhart trying to change that for PBA. Overpass, Roan winds up and puts it down. Allison now with a double-double, 10 kills and 15 assists tonight. Only needs 2 more digs for a triple-double. Burkhart, tough serve, sends Dominguez to the line. Dimps has to punch it over with her left hand. Here's Roan with another swing, and Allison again finds the floor. Number 11 for Roan, as the Fish have taken 3 straight here, and they lead at 14-12. Burkhart goes right to Reynolds. Back set goes to Fossler on the slide, and Forbes one-hand punches it up. Roan takes another swing, this time off the block. Dimps will get it back in the middle, and Forbes takes it again. Schmidt goes up on number 2, and there's Dimps there for the solo block. Burkhart was right there, and Jazz immediately said, "My bad." Didn't realize that Molly was right behind her, could have set it up and give the Fish a better option there, as Jazz was going off her back foot. The Fish need a big side out here. 14-13, joust at the net. Roan punches it back over. And Dimps will take a big swing. Grooms keeps it alive. Burkhart tracks it down, and that one goes long. So the second attack error for Roan here tonight. And Tampa has tied it again. Tampa hitting .308 here in set number 3. Fish just 115. Back set goes to Schmidt, tips it, and gets it down in front of Reynolds. And nice placement there for the freshman, Jazz Schmidt, as she picks up kill number 7. So Schatzman back in to serve it. As we got some more moisture on the court on the left side of Tampa's side. So PBA, their offense has struggled here in set number 3, heading under 150, while Tampa heading over 300, but yet the Fish have a 15-14 lead. And still dealing with some moisture, so we're gonna get our third towel on this moisture. Hopefully that towel is the magic towel to be able to pick it up. Nice job by our ball crew, Tyler Hawks and George Bravo. One former PBA baseball player and one current PBA baseball player. And apparently that's the magic formula because we're ready to play some volleyball again. Shotsman back to serve, 15-14. Fish on top here, looking for the sweep. That one drives Dominguez back. They go to Demps again. Shotsman keeps it alive, and Roan pops it up, and Vogler hits it out. A great job by Roan to just get a hand on it, keep it alive, ends up going over the net, and Vogler tried to smash it back down and hits it wide, and a big break for the Sailfish. Shotsman to serve, goes to Dominguez again, and it's an ace for the senior. Amy Shotsman picks up the first ace for her in this match, and the Fish have taken a 17-14 lead. That's going to force a timeout for Tampa here in set number 3. Automotive Group are longtime supporters of Palm Beach Atlantic University. Known for their wide selection of vehicle offerings at multiple locations in South Florida, Arrigo offers a comprehensive new and used car buying experience including parts, service, and repairs, not to mention straightforward financing. Search their inventory and schedule a test drive from your smartphone or by visiting them online at arrigo.net today. (17-14) here in set number 3 at Sailfish. Won the 4 straight points to force a timeout for the Spartans. PBA looking to make it another sweep here. If they can finish off the Spartans here in this third set. Sailfish have won 16 straight sets since they dropped the third set to Embry-Riddle back 2 weekends ago. Looking to add to that total here. Shotsman at the service line, another tough one. Beaumere handles it, and now we'll attack it over. Burkhart goes to Schmidt, and Schmidt able to pick up the kill as Dominguez couldn't handle it. Jazz picks up her 8th kill as the Fish lead grows to 4. Another tough one sends Reynolds back, and Dims tips it. Roan able to come over and get it. Burkhart sets the back, and Grooms just has to push it over. They go to Dimps again, winds up and hits it through the block, and Anderson and Schmidt couldn't get there in time. Dimps now with 9 kills to join Dominguez for the team lead. Elias back there to serve it. Schmidt sets it up. Grooms out of the back. Takes out the setter. Reynolds pops it up for Dimps and handled by the Sailfish. Anderson tries to turn it, takes out the setter, but kept alive. See if the Fish can put it away here, and Roan does so. Goes right to Dominguez, who went down to a knee but couldn't handle it. And it's 19-15 Sailfish. And Sailfish going to go to the bench. Grooms comes out. And Abigail Singleton, the freshman from Little Rock, Arkansas, into the match for the first time tonight. Out of the middle, it's Houghton, and Houghton picks up a kill. Only one blocker there for the Fish, and Houghton able to take advantage. Cut the margin back to 3, 19-16. Caitlin Ajmani will come in again to serve for Dimps. That one is an ace as it gets down in front of Alberti. Second ace for the Spartans here in this one, brings them back within 2. Here's Singleton's first swing, and Singleton picks up the kill. The freshman gives the Fish a 20-17 lead. And now Hoekstra will come back in for Burkhart. We haven't seen Hoekstra since set number 1. And before the serve, another timeout taken by Chris Katnack and the Spartans. Fish on top here, 20-17 in set number 3.
You want Sailfish content delivered straight to your inbox? Sign up for the Sailfish Scoop at pbasailfish.com to get customized content delivered directly to your email as soon as it's available online. Customize your content to stay current with your favorite teams or get it all and know the latest from all 12 programs. Sign up today for the Sailfish Scoop at pbasailfish.com.
Sailfish just need 5 more points to take down the Spartans, give them their 9th loss of the season. I don't know the last time Tampa had 9 losses, but I guarantee you it's been a long time since Tampa has lost 9 in a season, let alone this early in the season. We're not even to October yet. Roan serves it to Ajmani, and there's Houghton down the line. Alberti's there, and Forbes keeps it alive, but nobody there to pick it up, and another point for the Spartans, bring them back within 2. And Tampa's going to go to their bench again, and Shelby Jocelyn comes back in. We saw her come in to serve in the second set. First time we've seen her here in set number 3. Her Spartans trail by 2. They go right to Forbes. Here's Singleton again, comes back over, jousts at the net, and comes back over to the Sailfish. Here's Hoekstra, winds up off of Ajmani. Can anyone get there? No, they can't. And Sophie picks up the kill. The third for Hoekstra. And the Fish within 4. And they're going to make the Spartans come back to sub. So Vogler comes back in for Jocelyn and is immediately replaced by Reynolds, the libero, and PBA's libero. Susie Forbes back to serve, looking for 4 more. Back set goes to Houghton, pushes it deep, and Forbes is able to track it down. They go to Singleton, winds up and uses the block to pick up the kill. We've seen the freshman come alive for PBA here in this one. Singleton now with 2 kills on 3 swings. And redshirt freshman Jenny Anderson with 7 kills on 14 swings. Sailfish within 3. Houghton again will get it. Tips it over. And Roan will attack it from the back short. Fossler able to keep it alive. And not a good set to Dominguez. Hoekstra will set it for Singleton. Roll shot. Dominguez comes over to cover. Houghton takes a swing off of Alberti. Roan tracks it down, and Forbes will pass it back over. A bad pass by the Spartans, and it's Singleton who's there to put it down. A golden chance for the Spartans, and Ajmani couldn't handle it. And Singleton picks up the mess as the Fish within 2 here at 23-18. as the student section coming alive here inside Rubin Arena, looking for the final 2 points. And that serve is long by Forbes. You saw the Spartans go on a late run in set number 1 to tie it up at 24. And Jin Bomir is going to have to do it for Tampa here. Tough serve. Forbes able to get underneath of it. Singleton goes up and it's blocked. It's Fossler. And it looks like Fossler and Elias able to pick up the block. And Bomir again back to serve. This one goes to Alberti. And bad angle for the Fish. Hoekstra has to pass it over. Fossler on the slide. It comes back off the arms of Span, and a free ball for the PBA. Roan goes in the middle and blocked by Span and down. And Taylor Fossler picks up the block. 16 and 12 to 16. So the solo block for Fossler makes it a 2-point game here. 23-21. Another tough serve, and that's an ace. Alberti couldn't handle it. It's 23-22, and we got a timeout taken by the Sailfish. They'll be back for the finale of set number 3 here inside Rubin Arena.
Every Sailfish team aims to look good on and off the court. So when it comes to our Nike apparel needs, we always turn to AdPro Sports. From uniforms to practice gear and everything in between, AdPro Sports outfits all 12 Palm Beach Atlantic sports teams while serving as a one-stop shop from concept to reality. Learn more by visiting adprosports.com.
(23-22) here in set number 3. Sailfish looking to close it out against Tampa. Tampa has rallied here after trailing 23-19. They've scored 3 straight. Sailfish just called a timeout trying to break up the momentum. And it's been the block has come alive again here for Tampa here in set number 3. The big middles, Fossler and Vogler, have proved troublesome for a PBA here in this one. Vogler with 4 blocks. Fossler with 3. And it's Jin Bomir back to serve again for Tampa. Sailfish looking for a side out. They go to Forbes. Here's Hoekstra, only one blocker there. Dimps able to dig it up in the back. They go back to Dominguez, kept alive by Span, and Roan pushes it over. Bomir has to track it down. Fossler has to get it, and a net violation, and they get Singleton. Singleton with the blocking violation in the net. So all of a sudden we're tied 23-23. Tampa is not making it easy on the Sailfish here in set 3. Serve goes to Alberti, tied against the net. Sets it off, and Hoekstra picks up the kill off the arms of the blocker. And the Fish have match point. And Grooms back in, and she will serve for the Fish. Only one more point needed here inside Rubin Arena. Grooms goes to Dimps off the hands. Dominguez tracks it down in front of the bench, and they have to pass it over. Free ball for the Fish. Roan goes to Schmidt, the freshman, and she puts it down. The Sailfish take set number 3, 25-23, and take the match over Tampa 3-0, 26-24. 25-15 and 25-23. The Sailfish led by Allie Roan with 12 kills, 19 assists, and 13 digs. She picks up her 3rd straight triple-double and 4th on the season as the Fish improve to 11-0. So we'll take a break and grab head coach Bob White for his thoughts on this win. the 36th straight here inside Rubin Arena. We'll be back in just a minute here on the Sailfish Sports Network.
The statistics say 1 out of 5 women and 1 out of 16 men. If we hear stories of it happening on campuses across the country, why would we think we're different? What's keeping us from breaking the
And we're back courtside here with head coach Bob White. And Bob, your team off to an 11-0 start this season. It's been an interesting season.
Yeah.
You didn't get to play at home because of Hurricane Irma. Went on the road, traveled all around the Southeast, it seemed like, able to come back home in 2 straight wins here inside Rubin Arena.
Yeah, there's no place like home, and we're excited to be here. We had some big obstacles to overcome. You know, we're so excited to finally be in the Sunset Conference. Sarah Kimmy gets named Defensive Player of the Week on Monday night, and on Tuesday morning she's in an accident, and we're so grateful that God took care of her, and she'll be back soon. But in the meantime, we had a freshman had to step in. We had a couple freshmen that stepped in big tonight, and so that's what I love most about being home is the opportunity to see those other players step in and do a good job and cover for Sarah being out.
Talk a little bit about one of those freshmen, Jenny Anderson, who stepped into that spot for Sarah tonight. She ended up with 7 kills, no errors, and 14 attempts, 500 attack percentage.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not exactly what you thought would happen when you lost Sarah, that you would be able to replace her with someone with that percentage. But talk about what Jenny did tonight.
Well, you know, we believe in the power of prayer here at PBA, and a lot of prayers on Jenny's behalf. People knew that she had to step in. She's a redshirt freshman, so she's had a year to get ready for this opportunity, and I thought that she couldn't have stepped in and done it any better. I'm so proud of her and so happy for her, and again, I think it's answered prayer for her to have that great of a night.
Talk about what it means to play here in Rubin Arena. 36 straight times you guys have come in here and you guys have won. What does it mean when the crowd is like it was tonight? Over 500 people in the building, able to beat a team, the prestigious team of Tampa.
Yeah, it's everything. It's our 7th man, to use Texas A&M kind of terminology. They give us encouragement when we need it, and it's that extra spark moving forward. But this place has been an incredible place. I've been here a long time. I've watched this program grow and watched the crowds grow, and it's just an exciting time to be part of PBA volleyball.
Talk a little bit about where your program is now. In the past, it always was you guys were trying to get to the point of where Tampa was, Florida Southern in the South region, and now you guys are on top. 2 straight times you guys have won the South region championship. You beat Tampa for the 4th straight time. Where does your program go from here?
Well, we just can't lose our focus. I think that's the thing that made Tampa so great for all those years. They continue to keep the focus, and they never took anything for granted. Not that they are now, but I think for us is we got to just keep our focus. We got to keep improving. Every day we get in the gym, we got to work on the things we aren't doing well. And Tampa set the bar for us. They really are the team that showed us how to play the game when we came into Sunset Conference. I studied Tampa. Chris is an incredible coach. Certainly an all-time, going to be someone that's going to go in the Hall of Fame, no doubt. And he showed us how to get it done, and we've kind of followed their lead and playing that same kind of volleyball.
Well, we want to thank head coach Bob White for spending a couple minutes talking with us. We want to invite you to come back out tomorrow, Saturday at 4 p.m. as the Sailfish take on another tough team. Florida Southern rolls into town, so hopefully you can join us here on the Sunshine State Conference.